Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Walt Disney Company Africa. So many of you may be wondering, what sort of business do we do on this vast continent of Africa? Well, the answer is it's pretty much everything that the Walt Disney Company does, except for cruise ships and theme parks. Yet. Now, Disney, of course, is 100 years old, and our business here spans over 50 years of that, starting with our first office in Cape Town 25 years ago. Followed by the Joburg office in 2010 and the Fox office in 2012. And then, of course, in 2018, Fox and Disney merged into one. So our consumer products business is our longest standing business here on the continent, and it really is fueled by our direct-to-retail business with our retail partners, primarily in the soft lines area.
So our DTR business is actually really important. We've actually grown from it being about 18% of our business to 55% of our total business. I mean, a fun fact is our total retail business here in South Africa is around about 80% of it coming from our fashion and apparel category. Another key element of that as well is the price points. It's really vital that we create products at a price point that makes it accessible for all South Africans. And we've got some great partners here.
So our linear networks business is super important to us, not just financially, but also because it delivers mass reach across the whole continent. And in fact, we've just renewed our deal with our biggest affiliate partner, DSTV, for another 4 years.
Combined, our channels reach a total of 11 million people across the African continent every single week.
From a broadcasting perspective, we are proud to be the only market in EMEA, along with the Netherlands, to host a linear channel. With ESPN and ESPN2, we bring the best of US and international sports programming across the continent of Africa.
We talk a lot in our business here about being globally connected, but also locally relevant. We know that our audiences really love and appreciate our high quality global content, but we also have to make sure that they also feel invested in it and that it is for them. So our motion pictures business is a great example of how we execute on that strategy. Our business spans Southern, Eastern, and Western Africa, and we have had some tentpole films in the last few years that have really won the hearts and minds of audiences across the continent.
Our Marvel content forms part of the top highest grossing films of all time, and in 2018 in particular, Black Panther broke all records and became one of the highest grossing films of all time.
We've really been able to take this amazing global content and connect it across the continent, mostly with special screenings, talent tours, and premieres. One of the highlights of the year was hosting the African premiere of Black Panther Wakanda Forever in Lagos, Nigeria. It was an amazing vibe, and it was just so exciting to see the cast mingling with the crowd and celebrating Black Panther in an African country.
I love that we're here. This is a beautiful energy, and it's about time.
So National Geographic is a brand that really resonates on this continent. And we know that so much of the content that is produced for the National Geographic brand and our channels originates from this very place. But one thing that we realized is that we felt we needed an entry point for kids to come into the National Geographic brand, and particularly African kids, and to be able to show them the worlds where they live in from their perspective.
Team Sayari meaning planet in Swahili, is a series catered to young kids aged 7 to 11. And it was created for National Geographic to engage young viewers and ensure that they have an understanding of how they can be more involved in the conservation of the planet and, more importantly, their continent.
So South Africa was the first Wave 3 and 4 market to launch Disney+. And 16 months into that journey, we couldn't be happier with the reaction we've had from our subscribers and our fans. In particular, we're really thrilled with our retail business, which has overperformed our original expectations by an order of magnitude.
Our unaided awareness has grown by 12% in the last fiscal year. Our engagement is up to 12 hours a week, and our general entertainment makes up the most popular offering at 69% of overall viewership.
We were also one of the first regions to have all 6 brands on board at launch, including Star.
And in a first for EMEA, we've also just recently launched a mobile-only tier, which means you can only watch Disney Plus on a mobile device. And we think that's going to really open up a whole new consumer segment for us here.
So Kizazimoto was basically Disney Plus's first original African production, animated production.
And our team got to lead the charge on the creative development of the assets for the marketing launch of that show.
We held the world premiere here in Johannesburg,
and produced all the artwork and everything like that for that as well, which was an absolutely amazing experience.
Disney Plus owned Comic-Con this year by recreating the Only Murders in the Building at Comic-Con, where people got to solve a mystery murder thing, and it was the most beautiful, most spectacular stand. We had lines wrapped around the building. People want to figure out who done it.
So like many EMEA offices, our office is a lean, mean machine with people wearing many, many hats. But our superpower is the integrated way in which we all rally together around key campaigns so we have one common cause. So that means everybody from Disney Plus to our networks business to CPGP to our partnerships to the studios, all rallying together around one strategy that really amplifies whatever project we're working on.
And to kick off our biggest campaign ever, we needed the biggest PR stunt. And what better way to embody bringing people together than our first Disney-inspired plane livery.
There's a number of CSR projects that we're really, really excited about and involved with. But one that we wanted to call out is Disney Healthy Happy Play. And we've partnered with Sporting Chance, which brings sports curriculum and healthy living into schools in underserved communities. To date, we've reached over 150,000 kids over 7 years, and it's only going to get bigger.
So that's just a brief snapshot of Disney Africa and some of the activities that we've done in the 30 plus countries that we operate in. And so that leaves me with just two things. First of all, I'd like to nominate my longtime colleague and all-round good guy, Simone Amsterdam. And secondly, from everyone in the Johannesburg and Cape Town offices, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.